about comics. Let's talk about comics. Let's talk about comics. Let's talk about comics. Hey friends, it's Charles here. Today I want to talk about a comic that I do not see a lot of people talking about, and I think it may be a sleeper. And it is The Spectacular Spider-Men. Not Spider-Man, Spider-Men. This features both Peter Parker and Miles Morales. And I'm going to be honest with you, as a regular comic reader, I got into it about 5 or 6 years ago, and I've never really been a big fan of Spider-Man. I love some of the extended characters, the Jessica Drews, Cindy Moon, and my nephew really enjoyed reading Miles Morales. And I would dip in and out of the Spider-Man main run, but never really anything would hold my attention. But this team up between Miles Morales and Peter Parker, it brings a whole new dynamic to it. We're at issue number 8 right now, and I was hooked from number 1, primarily because of that relationship and that dynamic and that, um, you know, friendship, that vibe that they have. Um, it's fun back and forth. You have, a little bit older and wiser, but maybe not as mature Peter Parker, along with the younger Miles Morales, who is, the roles are kind of reversed from what you expect. He's more the straight man, and Peter Parker is very much kind of the life of the party character as far as personalities go. And really, what centers this comic book is this community coffee shop where they meet, and you get to know the barista and the regular customers, and it's a part of the university. And so, it's, this whole run has been about the mysterious disappearance of a popular professor, and people in that friend group disappearing. And what was happening is that they were in this, what was it called, the Arcadium. And what it was is this technology that was used to take all of these people's wildest fantasies, their biggest dreams, and make them come true using technology such as robots and simulated environments. And in this episode, you get to see the fallout from them being rescued from it. Even Peter and Miles were in it. And what it did is it really, like I said, it for a lot of them, it helped them realize, this, their greatest dreams. And so even though it was really used as a means to hold them hostage, they had what they wanted, and it was tangible and real to them. And so they have to deal with the consequences of mourning that lost life. And, with Peter, for instance, he was back with Gwen, who was passed. And, even though he's, more than one relationship away from that relationship, it's still heartbreaking. He has to say goodbye to her again. And whereas Miles Morales, he got to see himself in a relationship with Kamala Khan. And that complicates things because he has a real relationship. And any feelings he had toward Kamala, while evidently strong, were latent and not something he was really wanting to face. And so, in the aftermath of being rescued from that, this whole group of people, they have, a real mental consequence of what you would expect of an experience like that. Mourning the loss of something that you love so much, even if it was not real. And this book, number 8, it focuses on the recovery of these people and trying to get back to normal life in an interesting way. And they kind of start a support group for each other, based around the coffee shop. And I thought it was very hip, very true to life in that sense. I think people think of mourning in one way, and that is, mourning death. But I can tell you that, as a disabled person, um, who was fully able bodied for most of my life, um, I had to mourn the loss of my mobility and the loss of, you know, not just my mobility, but future plans and aspirations and readjust. And so I know that personal battle very well. And they take time and they really address it through the whole book, putting a close to that first story arc and then adding another element. And it looks like they're going to be launching off with one of them. Her fantasy was being with this, girl that she sees in the coffee shop all the time, but she felt invisible, like she wasn't seen by her. And when trying to discuss it, she literally turns invisible. So something is not all good in the hood, and it looks like they're going to be um, exploring that. And it kind of leaves on a cliffhanger. You don't know who's behind it, what's behind it, and what the hell is going on. And so, it's kind of a buffer in between that first Arcadium storyline, which ran the whole first 7 issues, and this is going to lead us into our next series. And so, this is coming from somebody who isn't necessarily a Spider-Man fan. I look forward to this Spider-Man book every month. It is not let down. It has great humor and action as well. So that's been my thoughts. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, go to the local comic book store, hook it up. If you don't have a local comic book store, go see my friends over at Coffee and a Comic. They have great prices. They ship nationwide at very good prices. So I'll see you guys next time. Until then, keep reading them books. Check out the Spectacular Spider-Man. If you can, get in on number 9 coming out this next month. It's only up from here. See you next time. Keep reading them books.